The Yahweh Shem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Mills, stumble well through the scriptures. Peace to the elect. On screen it says it's a picture of just a picture of destruction. It says God judgment and the nations. I went to Google and I typed in the nations destroyed. All right. It says, but today may well be another matter. Let me look more closely at these two issues in turn. That the Most High, that God judges nations and even uses other nations to do it, is, etc., etc., and that's true. The Lord does use other nations to destroy other nations. All right. All right. He got you looking at what's going on in the current events right now with all these nations, nations, you know, huffing and puffing themselves. You know, you're hearing wars and rumors of wars. You know, let me get a scripture on that. As the scripture says, multitudes in the valley of decision. You know, let me get that real quick. Valley decision. Oh yeah, come on, man. This is Joel chapter 3, 14. It says, multitudes. It says, in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. All right, let's see what they got. Valley of decision. All right. It's another scripture which the Lord says, he will gather all nations. Oh, that's in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Let me see. Type in Jehoshaphat. I know it's Joel. Salakia. Let me see. Yeah. 2 verses up. Wow. It says Joel 3 and 12. No, I'm going to start at 9. Joel 3 and 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. See, you doing that. Because before, a lot of these nations was weak. Why? Because of the economy. All right. America was ruling over these other nations by indirectly controlling their economy, because America had the world's currency was based off the American dollar. So if any country wanted to trade with another country or do business with another country, they would have to do that business within American money. So with that being said, that keeps America's nose in other countries' businesses. All right. But as these countries strengthened their economy, they was able to what? They was able to beat their plowshares into swords. All right, because a lot of these countries was, agricultural based more so. But as they grew over the years, economic wise, and as America was being weakened economic wise, outsourcing the jobs, etc., they had more money to invest into what? Spears, swords. So the scripture says, beat your plowshares into swords. Let the weak say, I am strong. And your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Because the ultimate sword is what? That nuclear missile. So if you got a nuclear missile and I got a nuclear missile, then we that balances the scales, so to speak. Verse 11, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. It says, Lord in all caps. That's Yahweh, the Most High's name. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So yeah, the Lord does use nations to judge other nations. All right. He used the nation of Esau, the nation of Edom, to judge his people. All right. Just to, back up the point that article said. But regarding this lesson, it's about the Lord is known by his judgments. All right. Because the scripture says he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. The prophets and the seers have he covered. When you read Isaiah. So we know the Lord willing, we the men of the Lord, we know him through his judgment as well, but we know him through his book, through the Bible. We know him through the scriptures. But these other people only know him when his judgment come to pass. Because they only believe in what they see and what they hear and what they can feel and what they can touch, etc. So the Lord like, all right, I got something for you. This is Psalm chapter 9, verse 16. It said, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Selah. So that was the point. The Lord is known by the judgment he executed. I'm going to jump up to Zephaniah 3 and 5. It says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. So if, goddamn it, if a school building get bombed and blown up to pieces, and it's 6 or 7 kids that get injured in the process or die in the process, the Lord allowed that to happen, and that wasn't iniquity. He will not do iniquity. It says, every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Yeah, so one of the examples, every morning the Lord brings his judgment to light. A lot of judgment goes on, You wake up in the morning. It used to be you wake up in the morning, read the newspaper. You read about the judgment of the Lord, what happened, Go to the obituary, his judgment all in there. Cut on the news. You just see what's going on. Earthquakes, landslides, Those are judgments of the Lord. He said in the last days it'll be many earthquakes, But people don't So like let me get a phone charger real quick. So like let me see if it's gone. Hold on, Salakia. Okay, well anyway, hopefully my phone kick back in. So yeah, it says I'm gonna get a scripture. My Bible. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's an example on that. This is close that. Go to Exodus chapter 7, verse 5. This is Exodus 7, verse 5. It says, and the Egyptians shall know. No, matter of fact, I'm starting 4. It says, but Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. See? It says, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt and bring out the children of Israel from among them. So that's when they gonna know. When them judgments executed. Oh, this the Lord. Oh, truly y'all are the children of the Most High power. Oh my, yeah, yeah, exactly. All right. So this is all right, I'm gonna go to Ezekiel. Make sure my phone charged. Let me go to Ezekiel chapter 37 and 27. It says, my tabernacle also shall be with them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. Yeah, so when we get the kingdom of heaven, you heathens gonna know too. All right? The Lord said it. Because he put that separation on us, man. These people don't understand now because of the situation that we've been put in under these curses. All right, but this is Ezekiel 28, verse 26. It says, let me see, Salakia. This is Ezekiel 28 and 25. Thus said the Lord power, when I shall have gathered the house of Israel from the people among whom they are scattered, see, we scattered amongst the heathen, and shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heathen, then shall they dwell in their land that I have given to my servant Jacob. See, the land of Israel, that's our land. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Israelites, verse 26. And they shall dwell safely therein, and shall build houses and plant vineyards. Yeah, they shall dwell with confidence when I have executed judgments upon all those that despise them round about them, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, their power. All right? So what did it say? When I have executed judgments upon all those that despise them. Who despise us? The other nations, the other heathens, our own people. Because our own people don't believe in this word. You know? So I'm gonna jump back to Psalm 9 and 16. Psalm 9. Psalm 9 and 16, it says, Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Salah. Verse 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God, that forget the Most High. Because how do the nations know God? How do the nations know the Most High? By his judgments. By how he judged them. See, we know the Lord through his statutes, laws, and commandments, and his judgments. But they only know the Lord when he chastises the nations for bothering us. And they forget that. What they say, God will not require it. They forget. Matter of fact, let me get that. You say, let me see, it's like, will not require. Let me see, it might be in Psalm. Or hold on. Salakia. I thought it says God will not require. I thought I saw. It might be in the Apocrypha. I'm kind of hot on this scripture. I really want it. I remember reading something like that. The heathen saying something to the effect that God will not require it. Basically, our destruction, the slavery and everything that we went through, is just it's no big deal, you know. Well, I can't find it, the spirit don't want it. All right, let me go back to Psalm 9. Finish it out. It says, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the Most High. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. We the needy. We need someone to plead our cause. Ain't nobody pleading our cause. Don't nobody care about our people being gunned down in the street. Don't nobody care about us being at the bottom. Don't nobody care that we not getting a fair shake. It says, and the expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. And they gonna know that real soon. They gonna know that the Lord is a power that ruleth in the earth. With that, Lord willing, this was the edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Shalom.